All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Alex Mador from the Short News Podcast. This is Two Tin Cups. Here's Kelsey.
Hi. Hi. Sorry, I'm so awkward. I haven't done this in forever. I'm one half of 210 Cups. Alex has been so gracious to let me on here. Thank you so much, by the way. It's so cool that we're actually talking.
Yeah, I know. It's fun. I haven't had that much social interaction, um, like during this whole pandemic. So if I'm a little off because I'm out of practice, so this will be an interesting experiment for me. Also, I have a half full now glass of rum and coke. So feeling pretty good there.
And into true 10 Cups passion, I have my glass of wine with me, even though my tin cup is out in freaking Florida. But a lot's changed in a month. It's been a long time. What's new in your life, Alex?
Um, what is new in my life? So I moved. I moved to New Jersey, from New York City, which had become a concrete hell for me and my partner, and it was just good to get out of there finally after all of this year and a half of torture that we've all been going through. Um, so yeah, we're now in New Jersey. I've just been chilling in the front lawn, just sitting on the grass, something that I took for
Ooh.
granted. For just out there. I rolled like 6 joints today, and let me see. How many are left? None. Oh, none. Okay.
I
Oh,
mean,
jeez.
better joints than cigarettes, I say, but.
Yeah. I quit juuling like a couple months ago, so I've just mostly switched to weed, and
Mhm.
and that's been, I've felt much better. I don't know, juuling was giving me a lot of like acid reflux and hurting my lungs, and yeah, it's not something you want to do. I don't wish that on my even worst enemies.
Wow, y'all don't start vaping shit. I mean, I mean, I used to Juul a bit too, but it was so rough. I was just like, there's got to be something wrong with this. That's why it's, because I vaped before and it's nothing the same feeling. So don't vape, kids.
Yeah, and the jewel is and things like it, like the knockoffs or the wannabe jewels,
Mm,
they're all salt nicotine, which is different from like the regular, like those big vapes that you see people have, where they're
yeah.
just like blowing like fog machine clouds out of like this big box thing. But the jewel is so powerful because of the salt nicotine, which is it's like a more concentrated, much stronger nicotine. So that's why all these kids, like in high school, are getting addicted to this stuff, and it's becoming such a problem. So yeah, don't vape. Vaping is very addictive. If you're going to do anything, no, I shouldn't tell people to do anything.
But yeah, probably just don't do it. Don't be like us. You'll start talking to strangers on the internet and then podcast together.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. Yeah,
Oh, my Canadian.
one day I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna start a podcast, and I just like sat there with my iPad, and I'm so glad that episode doesn't exist anymore. Just because it was a disaster. There was no notes, no like no script, no anything. I was just like talking out of my ass, looking at relationship advice entries on Reddit, and trying to help people with their problem.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm too new to the game because I don't even know what episode is.
Oh wait, what?
Oh, I would say like I'm too new to the game because I don't even know what episode is.
Oh, like what episode you're on?
Oh, I thought you were talking about that one like mobile app game that is
Oh
like
no.
give
No.
us money.
Oh, the one where it's like you go through like one storyline, and it's like
Hmm.
now buy more gems or otherwise you can't keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I just meant like in the earlier episodes of my podcast, like the very first episode that I ever recorded. So that was like November of 2019. it was just so like it was a mess. It was just a mess.
Okay, you have nothing on me. My first episode, it was. If you want to go have a laugh, listen to our first episode of Two Tin Cups. But
I'm gonna have to listen to it because I've listened to some of the recent ones. Um, I love like getting stoned and just listening to podcasts in bed, and I'll just like lay there, and my dreams are really weird sometimes because of that. But no, like I will I'll give the first episode a listen because I'm always very curious to see where people started with their show. That's always a really cool thing to see. Unfortunately, those episodes have been purged from my show.
no one can listen to them ever again unless they downloaded it somewhere.
They have to hack my computer.
Yeah, let's not wish that.
Yeah, let's not. Let's hope that doesn't happen. This by the way, this is sponsored by ExpressVPN. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh! I was gonna say what the fuck?
I wish. I wish.
Oh.
I always joke when I make fun of Ted Cruz, like, "Oh, this is brought to you by Blue Chew. Blue Chew. It's what I take every day to feel like more of a man."
She still has a micro penis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally. Even with the Blue Chew, it doesn't do anything.
Watch as one of these days we get an email from Blue Chew saying, "Hey, the fuck."
Oh, that would also be a good sponsor to have. I mean, I don't know. Like I I've joked about this with my partner. Like, oh,
Mhm.
should I take this? And she's like, no, no, fuck no, do not do that. That is the stupidest thing you've ever said. Like, why would you do that? You're not 60. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I just like doing drugs. So like that's where I was coming from.
I'll give it a shot while you can. But no, dude, there's literally I was on another podcast, but that TikTok's he just popped out of nowhere to turn Tony on a podcast somewhere. He was like, they were like, what's something that you do? He's like, he's addicted to fucking not Blue Chew, but the other one that
Viagra.
has been Viagra. He's addicted to Viagra. He takes Viagra every day. And he was like, I'm just like ready to go if some bitch wants to bang. And I'm like, you're just walking around with a boner?
Yeah, that's like torture. That's like torture. That's like sounds like me in middle school in jeans. Like that's a nightmare. That's terrifying.
Yeah, he seems to be someone that seems to have really adopted the macho masculine like alpha male personality and probably listens to too much of fucking Joe Rogan.
Oh, Joe Rogan. That guy. I have a lot of things to say about that man. He's a piece of work. He injects his dick with elk meat and testosterone every day in order to feel like more of a man, but it only makes him shorter to the point where he is 5'3".
He's actually 5'2", I believe.
Really?
Just a little insult to injury. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
I mean, I'll send some love into my short boys out there. Like you didn't choose your height, baby. But you know what? If you're out there acting like an asshole, then fuck you.
Yeah, I'm 5'7", but I'm not having like the leader of the Proud Boys on my podcast and calling him a lot of fun.
Oh, because okay, so I never really got into the whole Joe Rogan, like why is he this? But I just knew I was like, yeah, I just don't vibe with him, and I knew he did some shit, but that's not okay. That's not cool.
So yeah, there was that, and then he has a lot of very very controversial figures on his show. I guess that's on purpose. The one that I did enjoy, just because I'm able to like I don't know, detach from any feelings I have about this. But when he had Alex Jones on his show recently, like during the election, it was hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, because Alex Jones is like, yeah, I think he's just an entertainer, and I think like I just wish people wouldn't take him seriously because he's like insane. He's like everything he presents as himself is just so insane, and I don't know how anybody can look at that and be like, yeah, that's a guy I wanna get behind.
Yeah. I mean, well, there must be people out there that are probably crazy, just like Oh yeah, that's exactly how I think. Oh my gosh, like, they really hop onto the train real quick.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like Alex Jones, he it's every time I see him, because he was on a podcast I listened to, with Andrew Schultz's Flagrant 2 podcast, and they've had him on twice now, and this was like the most recent episode. And I gotta say, like, it's very entertaining when they have this guy on, because like it's almost as though he's a comedian, and he's just like it just went too far.
Oh gosh. So maybe, yeah, he's just probably rolling with it at this point, saying, "Okay, I do this. Like, this is how I am now." Which, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, like if I were a conspiracy theorist, I think like that I there is the possibility that I might spiral out of control. Like I don't know, have you ever listened to any conspiracy podcasts?
I think I follow one, but it was just like so off the wall that I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" Like, I just kind of, I'm definitely a true crime lover, like every female ever. Uh, but those and comedy podcasts I do frequent the most. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, like I do listen to some true crime. I also there's this one conspiracy podcast I listen to that like I don't necessarily agree with everything he says, but it's still like really entertaining. It's called like Conspiracy Theories in Pop Culture. The guy's name is Isaac
Ooh.
Weishaupt, and he's I think he's a veteran, and he talks about like the occult and the Illuminati, and every time he says something, he ends up getting banned from some form of media, and yeah, that usually means like some right wing conservative stuff, but this dude is just like he's said multiple times like I'm not a conservative, like I don't agree with them at all. I'm not a truther. I just like am a conspiracy theorist. And he whenever there's like an award ceremony like the Grammys or the I mean like the
Hmm.
Oscars, and he analyzes the musical performances and the visuals, and he like tries to make out like what does that mean for society like symbolically, and
Oh.
whether or not it's legit, it's still really interesting because he'll like talk about how um geez, what was it, like Whitney Houston's death happened like like as like a ritual or something in this hotel where some other event was going on that was thought to be unrelated, but she like died in the tub as it was going on, and they say like it was, or he says like, oh, this is probably because it was like some ritual that they were doing to like say goodbye to her and transition into Jennifer Hudson instead as the new,
What?
yeah, as the new Whitney Houston. And it's again, it's stuff that like I take with a very like a grain of salt. Um,
Hmm.
because anybody can go on any podcast and say anything, but it's just so entertaining to hear like these like what if this is happening and this is like deeper than a when you think it is, and it's like really no, she died of a drug overdose in the tub, like that's what happened. She known to have a drug problem,
Hmm.
but still listening to this dude talk is like hilarious, or like just so entertaining. I get up at like 6 in the morning, listen to conspiracy podcasts.
Okay, first of all, you're crazy for waking up at 6 in the morning. I don't know how you do that. But second, so I can understand where it's like if you have a platform and like we have the ease of availability with like technology, and like you can do anything and say anything on the internet, even though now like we do get more repercussions from it now rather than we
Yeah,
did even just 10, 15 years ago. But like there was this old, I think it's a theory of some sort where it's like if you can think it, it's a possibility, where it's like if you can come up with the concept, there's a chance somewhere in the universe it actually happened or it could happen in this world. It's
yeah.
I need to research more, but I was like that's very in depth though. I feel like you would be a really good philosopher.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like this, this dude has been deplatformed so many times. And I kind of I understand why. I don't want to shit on him too much. Just because like
Hmm.
like I feel like that would be mean. But um, I don't know. There's like I don't want to go into this too much, just because like it'll go down this conspiracy rabbit hole that we won't be able to get out of. And I don't know everything about it, but there's some weird. I will just say there's some weird stuff going on in the music industry, and it
Hmm.
makes me like very discouraged about ever pursuing my career further in that industry.
Wait, you're going into music industry? What? Or is this
I'm
because of entertainment?
I'm well, I'm signed with a record company, like an indie record company called Beige Records, and
What? Why is that so cool? Sorry. Continue. I'm so sorry.
oh, it's okay. And they helped me put out all my my newest singles. I mean like I put out an album last year independently, and then they picked me up this year, and that's been really cool. Been really helpful, but I don't think I'm going to advance much further. Like, I acknowledge that, and it's like, based on what I've read about and what I've seen from this industry, you really have to like
Hmm.
legit like sell your soul. Like you can like you're no longer who you were going into it. They like take everything from you and break you down, and it's not worth it. Like we've seen, and we'll go into this soon with Britney Spears. I think
Hmm.
that's a great transition or hint to what we're going to be talking about. Um, but like you see these musicians so many times just like spiral out of control, overdose on drugs, uh, just end up in jail or really bad places. So many of them die, and you think like, why? Like this is music. It's supposed to be enjoyable. And it's like there's so many greedy hands in the pot
Hmm.
when somebody gets signed to a record deal. And
It's
yeah.
mhm. It's like you're kind of tossed into the machine. You go in as a person, but you come out as, oh, you have to be absolute perfection or 2RT or standards, and you have to meet these deadlines. And it's like it goes beyond than just making the music nowadays, and that's because corporations, they are greedy. I will say I'll hold out hope that there's some corporations out there that hopefully are like, hey, that's not our incentive, but you're thrown into the machine at that point, and we've
Yeah.
clearly seen that here with Brittany. And as a female that has had music industry experience, just from my personal experience alone, and even though I still would like to work in the music industry, still, it's not just only cutthroat, but you know, sometimes you're told, oh, the only way you can make it to the top is if you sleep to the top. So I didn't want to sell my body or put myself in that position. I just wanted to work hard, but it was never good enough. But that's just my personal incentive and like experience.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, that's understandable to not want to do that. I mean, obviously, like then, and I think we've seen or heard so many stories in the past, like a few years of situations where artists have been taken advantage of, whether it be their intellectual property or sexually or any other way that someone can be taken advantage of. That does happen, and it's like you either submit to that or you don't have the fame and fortune. And it's like honestly, I'd rather just like become a successful sociologist or something like that. That would be more rewarding because it wouldn't involve me like killing who I am or getting who I am killed off in order to be some shell that like makes money.
Hmm. And I think that's exactly a great representation of what Brittany has become essentially. Where what was it? So her father apparently, since he is her conservator, Jamie Lynn Spears, her sister, is now signed over as trustee to Britney's inheritance.
What?
And yeah, so it's kind of like fucked up where, I like I was kind of thinking about how like, oh, there's like, the Vanderbilts and oh, what was it, the Carnegies and what have
The
you, where it's like that was
Rockefellers.
Rockefellers, where like it's your great grandfather's money from working in oil and steel and cars and stuff like that. But that's handed down money, but you're just handing this person's anatomy and their finances and their estate over to another person that's next in line in the family. Like, you're not just taking the money, you're taking a person. It's like she's a shell of a person, essentially. That's how I view it, in that sort of circumstance.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that Jamie Lynn was involved at all.
People are really coming for her right now. She even turned off comments on her Instagram because with the Free Britney movement, it's fully understanding where I believe the Free Britney movement began in 2009, and then even Britney herself started, like, she did allude and bring up that she had a problem with her conservatorship in 2014. So, but now it's like really, grinding the gears, and we're getting some like commotion and like momentum forward on her case.
Right. Yeah. I'm glad that it's finally it's finally gotten to a place where people, like, more people care than before, because I think like so many people were watching from afar and just being
Mm-hmm.
like, oh yeah, like something's wrong with her, like she's crazy. Or there was that South Park episode that was alluding to all of this, like that her
Oh
not
yeah.
being in like control of her life. And everybody just kind of laughed at that stuff, and like when she shaved her head and those types of things. And looking back, it's like, holy shit, like this was somebody who needed and needs help.
And like I can understand from a circumstance where if there was family intervention, but it's been years now. And like I remember when she first shaved her head, I was around 12, 13. And being a 12, 13-year-old, I was like, oh, that's weird. And I just kind of went on doing my 13-year-old thing, right? Like, but it's just like looking onto it, it's just like she really had like that's whenever things started spiraling, not only with apparently her management, but her father. And then he really snaked himself in there because I recall watching a documentary where family friends, whenever she was just a teenager, starting to get started in her music career, they were like, Jamie was never involved in her life until she got famous. Like,
I
he was
heard that.
always about the
Yeah.
money.
Oh,
So it's just like, and apparently, don't quote me on this, but I heard that he averages 16 grand a month alone, like
oh
not
my
including
god.
tours. Like, that's just his cut of her pay. Just even if she posts on Instagram, he gets a cut of that. If
What?
she makes a song, he gets a cut. He gets a cut of everything, but his average is 16 grand a month, and that's pretty much up to date. Whether it's like that's not including tours and stuff like that, or her residency in Las Vegas.
Jesus Christ. Have you seen her Instagram posts that she's been making, like the last year?
I have seen some, but I never really deep dove into it since I sound like a pretentious twat. But I try to not follow as many celebrities on social media because I don't want to make my mind think, oh my gosh, like that's the aspiration. Like I just like keeping in contact with friends for the most part.
That's a good way of doing things. Um, that's definitely a really good way of doing things. I don't follow Brittany, but I've just watched on YouTube people,
Hmm.
other people talking about her Instagram posts and
Hmm.
showing them, and she just seems so like she's like swaying, like side to side, and looks very nervous, and
Hmm.
she's doing that baby voice, and it's just so like it's so fake, and it looks like someone who's being held hostage.
Absolutely. Like I have seen a few of the videos though, thanks to TikTok, but it almost looks like she has dead eyes where it's like, I don't want to do this. I'm doing this because I even though I have a smile on my face. Like you can just kind of really feel or see in the eyes alone, and that's like kind of like disturbing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It was really upsetting to see, because it's like, wow, like this is Britney Spears, like the superstar. Like we grew up with her being like the it person.
She was the pop princess. She is still the pop princess. Like I
Yeah.
think she holds that title thoroughly, but it's just like I referred to earlier, she was thrown into the machine where there's old videos online, but even like what you said with her baby voice, that's clearly not her voice. Apparently, after her first record. It was someone in management, I think a producer. She's always been able to sing very low, like notes and sounds. I don't know. It's not alto. Is it alto? I don't know. Don't. I'm not a good musician here. But so she has always had a low singing voice. But they recommended like, hey, you should do a baby voice because audiences are going to like that more. And it's thoroughly destroyed her vocal cords by not singing in her normal tone, by faking a tone. You know, it's like over strenuous on your vocal cords, and then now her fucking singing voice is destroyed, and that's why she lip syncs at her concerts because she can't sing. She can't do. She's a 36-year-old woman or 38, whichever. She's in her 30s. She's thriving. Well, not really thriving. Never mind. Whoops. But you know, she's like, you shouldn't sound like that as a grown woman. She's
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, they're like destroying her in every possible way, like including her voice, which is supposed to be like the gold, which is like what are you guys doing? Like you're like you have this what you consider your golden goose, but you're like not letting it do its job.
Right? Or just like she just has no with this conservatorship. Regardless, though, she has no choice down to even like she can't like she in her recent courtroom hearing. It's not directly quoted, but she says like I have an IUD in my body and I can't have a baby. And as someone that sees like you know anyone can be pro-choice, and if she wants to have kids, she should have fucking kids, not have her father dictate like her not just her finances or estate, but her body, her choice to have kids, who she's allowed to have around, and let alone date. Like it's just it's oh gosh, I'm just thinking about her original song on like her first soundtrack, Lucky, where it's like, isn't she lucky? She's a star, but she cries. Like if that was not just foretelling her future.
Yeah, yeah, and like um oh what was I gonna say? Oh God. Oh I forgot. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, it's okay. But also, I don't. I feel like you might have a little bit more of insight on this than I do. But so she has a court-appointed lawyer for this process. Like with someone with all that money, like how come she wasn't able to like hire her own lawyer? You know?
Yeah, they I think they said that she wasn't psychologically fit to do so, and the people that are fighting against her are claiming that she has dementia, which is like you said she's 38. Like there's no way that's possible.
No, and like she even quotes saying like you know, why is someone that has a full-time career like paying people, why do I have to be conserved like that's not the correct term here, but be under conservatorship even though I have a career, I haven't done anything crazy. Like, you know, it's just and she even said like I was training my dancers. I was the one that came up with the dance moves for like our performances. I was teaching them. I wasn't good. I was great. Like she's a fully mentally fit woman in my eyes, you know?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, she's she's a legend.
Absolutely. And I think this will either be one of the best stories ever told or it might become a tragic one, you know? Like there's no in between. But whenever I was reading a bit more about her hearing, she really isn't asking for the full cake by saying, I just want out of this. She's like, I want to gradually just gain more autonomy. You know, like I just want to have like less restrictions. Like she's doing this voluntarily now at this point, but she's like, I just want more autonomy. And I'm like, she's just asking for a slice, you know. But I wish she could ask for the whole cake. But after been doing this for the past 13 years, being put on medications, being told what to do, it could be kind of a form of brainwashing, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Stockholm syndrome a little bit. It's like she doesn't know
Mm-hmm.
anything outside of that, but she still does want to, exit that world. But still, like when you don't know anything outside of that, then it definitely gets like scary. You know, I don't want to take this too deep, but like coming from a like an abusive household, once I got kicked out, I got kicked out for
Mm-hmm.
smoking weed with my friend, like not even at the house, but I just like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
smelled like it or something. But once I got kicked out of the house, I felt like I had nothing. I felt like I was nothing, and it took me like the longest time to like realize, wait, my mom is kind of like a fucked up person and
Mhm.
abused me my whole life, and I'm not the one who is in the wrong here. It's actually her. Like that took such a long time and so much like pain
Mhm.
and so much like convincing myself that I was actually right. And I think like that's gonna be a whole journey that Brittany's gonna have to go through.
Hopefully, and what judge would not see this? Like, it's like, and plus, it's under like the public eye, and there's so much scrutiny involved. Where it's like, if a judge said no, you're still under conservatorship under your father. Like, oh my gosh. Like even like referees at like big football games, they get threatened because people didn't like the call they made. Like I can't imagine the pressure the judge must be under, but he must clearly see through the veil. Like, no, they're just controlling her for her money. Like she's fit, like she's okay. She can have like fucking like bodily anatomy, you know?
Yeah, yeah. The birth control thing, the IUD, that's so disturbing. It's like treating her as though she's cattle or something.
I literally was gonna say cash cow right after that. Like
Yeah.
they that's and like you said earlier with like this is your golden goose, like it's truly a form of abuse, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, 100%. It is it's like abuse at the corporate level.
She's like, you know how like even Jamie Lynn's now a trustee. It's like they're just passing her along. Like it's just she's not even dead yet, and they're already over here like, oh, you're inheriting her inheritance. Like what?
Yeah, what? Jamie Lynn, like, didn't she run over her cats, like, with her Tesla or something by accident?
Yeah, and she blamed Tesla for
Mm-hmm.
running over her cats.
She's like,
Like,
oh yeah, they're too quiet. The cars are too quiet. It's like, no, just look where you're driving. Stop running over your cats.
and if you've ever been in a fucking Tesla, it has like 360-degree fucking cameras around the entire car. It has backup cameras. Like, oh my gosh, like
Yeah,
you see that.
those things are like the Batmobile. They're all set to go. Like you know when you're running over a cat. Like if you are in the right mind.
Yeah, and you see it on the cameras. It's not just
Yeah.
like you. It's like I hate it so much. I've been in two Teslas my entire life. One whenever I had to go to a meeting with my boss, and one whenever I got an Uber one time. Which how the hell? It makes no sense to me. Still, I was like, this is the regular Uber, right? And it's like not the Bolt Lyft. I use Lyft. But everyone says Uber. It's like you say Kleenex for like cotton tissue, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But it's just like I was like, this is the regular one, not the like upgrade Supreme XL, whatever. And he was like, yeah, this is regular. I'm like, okay. But they have a camera that you can even while driving, you can see what's around you. And I'm like, she's if anything, she's not fucking right in the head.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we could go into like the whole Jamie Lynn Spears, Zoe 101, Dan Schneider, Nickelodeon,
Oh my
like
gosh.
all that stuff.
We cannot deep dive. We cannot deep dive, Alex.
Yeah, I mean that is a deep dive. That is a deep. I mean, Drake Bell just got arrested, or he got sentenced, or he pled guilty. I
Mhm.
mean, to
To 2 counts of like oh gosh, like
child
it's
endangerment.
minors.
Yeah,
Minors.
yep.
Yeah.
And his boss, Dan Schneider, he's accused of a lot of stuff with child stars, including
Mhm.
Jamie Lynn Spears, who people claim Dan Schneider is the father of her kid. There's no concrete evidence on that, so I don't want to like say like, oh, that's true. I'm going to say allegedly on
Yeah,
that.
very allegedly. I
Very
mean,
much
Dan Schneider's a
allegedly.
creep.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a creep
Oh,
still, but I
yeah.
mean, like, gosh, that would be fucked. That what if that was like the secret of the century?
I mean, like, what company pays somebody $7 million to leave the company? Like that. That is some sketchy stuff.
Hmm. Oh gosh, what a creep. But also, can I just want to take a little special moment to say fuck you to Justin Timberlake. I don't care that you finally posted on your Instagram that like, oh, like these sweet words and like free Britney. You fucking ran her name through the dirt whenever you thought your fucking music career was about to go down the route, like down the fucking gutter. And then like talking about like, oh yeah, I took her virginity, like just fucking treating her like shit as a human.
Oh
And like you
yeah,
could have addressed this.
the
Mhm.
SNL, like when he was like playing his immigrant like grandfather or great grandfather. He's like, oh, and one day he will date one of the greatest pop stars and claim they were virgins, but really he hit it, and the whole crowd started like cheering.
No. But like it's just like I get it now where it's like, oh, I am kind of tied to this and I fucked. I understand people fuck up and they learn, but you should have apologized years in fucking advance, not just
Mm.
because, oh, it's like it's really like a hot topic item right now and I did fuck up in my past. Like you should have really addressed that way earlier on. And also, we all fucking owe an apology to Chris Crocker.
Oh my
He was
god,
ahead of the
yeah,
curve.
yeah. Yeah, I was just listening to another podcast like yesterday that was saying the same thing. Like Chris Crocker was ahead of the curve. He was ahead of the game. He knows exactly what he's talking about. Leave Britney alone.
Exactly. And like fucking made him we as a society made him like a fucking international meme
Yeah,
and because like
yeah,
he was trans at the time, but now like he apparently he didn't go through with it. He's just a gay man, which perfectly fine, perfectly normal, but it's just like that was the focal point because, that was 2006. Was that 2006 or 2008?
yeah.
That
It
it
was a
feels like
long time
forever ago.
ago. It was a long time
Technology.
ago. It was like the
Oh my
beginning of
gosh.
internet memes.
Holy crow.
But he was right. Like it wasn't just a meme. It was like the truth. And you're right. Like we all took him like a joke. Like, oh, leave Britney alone. Oh, but it was true. Like people were not leaving Britney alone. They weren't letting her be.
No.
And like the paparazzi treated her like absolute garbage.
Fucking TMZ.
Yeah, TMZ is just I I sometimes I watch them like their show and it's like the trashiest trash. Like the fact that they're prying this much into people's like lives, into celebrities' lives is like nobody wants to know that like I don't know, I can't even think of it. That like that Jake Paul
Fuck.
is going for a jog with his brother.
Who finds that entertaining?
I don't know.
Who?
Me and
And
Jake
even
Paul,
anything
we
associated
go
with the
back.
Paul brothers.
Me and Jake Paul, we have some beef.
Oh, I have
I
not heard.
I made a tweet that went viral, and then he called me a Twitter finger ass bitch or something.
Screenshots. You send me the screenshots. I
Well,
have to see the
it's on
screenshots.
impulsive. He's talking because like okay, yeah, I can send you the screenshot of the tweet because then a bunch of his people came after me like with like fake evidence that he didn't sexually assault that girl.
Oh my gosh.
And I beat them. Like I countered their evidence, and they deleted their tweets. And then Jake's on impulsive talking about like, oh yeah, like, oh they won't. These people they wouldn't say anything to my face. Like this dude, he said something about yeah, Twitter finger ass, pussy ass motherfuckers or something, and I was like, that's me. That's me. Like that is the tweet that went viral about him. And
Fuck.
at the time, if you looked up Jake Paul, that was the number one tweet that came up.
Oh my gosh. Well, Alex got his receipts. They deleted their tweets, but they have big barks, no bite. Like
Yeah,
they're just a burden.
and like
Fucking hell.
I'll box Jake Paul as long as he pays for the hospital bill after he annihilates my face. But
He has some height. He has some height.
he has some
That's
height
his
and
advantage.
he has some power. That dude is huge. Oh my god, like I would never like in all seriousness I would not fight him unless I like was taking a Joe Rogan amount of steroids.
And like, I know this is like getting off topic, but these freaking celebrity matches are just such major cash grabs. Like, what's the
Did you see was it Austin McBroom and Bryce Hall? The two
no.
So one's a YouTuber, the other one's a TikToker, and it was just a stupid fight. Like these influencers keep, just picking these amateur fights with each other, and all the MMA and professional boxers are so upset about it. Like these people, like they're not even real. Like look, like we kill ourselves for this sport, and you've got these idiots who like vlog for a living
Mm-hmm.
going into the ring like, yeah, I could beat Canelo, man. I could beat Canelo. I was like, no, you couldn't. You game for a living.
Oh my gosh. Like you could like work out all you want, but these guys are professionals. They've been training for years. It's like just disrespectful. And like I'm
Yeah.
not the biggest boxing, MMA type of well, I used to do boxing, but I'm not the biggest into it, even coming from someone that boxed for exercise, because you gotta switch it up, y'all. But but it's just like it's just for clout. But
Yeah.
also, what was it? I'm looking it up right now. Oh gosh, was it? Wait, did it actually happen?
What was it?
Okay, so I thought it was a joke. This can't be real. This can't. Well, okay, so sorry. Okay, so I thought it was gonna be later on in the year, but on Twitter they announced like Aaron Carter versus Lamar
Oh my
Odom
god.
fighting.
Yeah, yeah, that happened. I think Aaron Carter got his ass beat.
Yeah, quoting from whatever the first thing pops up on Google, Lamar Odom knocks Aaron Carter out in the second round of the celebrity.
Yeah, Aaron Carter did not look good. The dude looks like he's on something. He's on drugs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't he from Florida? Like I live there now, so I can talk shit about Florida.
Jake Paul's in Florida too.
Oh no, no! You're making this state worse for me.
I'm so sorry.
Like, long story short, so I wanted to address this a little bit earlier, but I think this is a good transition point where so I moved to Florida. I brought it up on the podcast previously. Whenever I moved there, we were told, "Oh yeah, like XYZ Wi-Fi, we have it in your area." But once we get there and say our address again, they say, "No, we don't service your area." We called every service possible. They are not in our area. I'm out in the fucking middle of nowhere. And I have satellite internet. Have you ever heard of satellite? I think you're a little bit younger than me, but have you ever heard
Yeah,
of satellite
I
internet?
have.
It's a fucking nightmare.
Oh my god. So
You
like
can't stream.
there's no fiber, like no fiber internet that comes to you or anything like
Mm-mm.
oh my god.
And like I
What?
thought Nashville was bad because they don't have like fiber optic unless it's like new builds for most places, so it's pretty slow. But pardon me, the wine's kicking in. But like it's
Yeah, I have
but
the
so
hiccups too, don't worry.
I get like sometimes I like do a weird like burp hiccup, and it's just like everyone's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was just a burp," and they're like, "The fuck?" But like, but so no, like they like the satellite internet, like we can't stream Hulu, we can't stream Netflix. Like
Oh.
I tried recording because I was able to FaceTime a friend of mine, but I was on cellular, which sometimes that's even touch and go where I'm at. Like it's beautiful. I have a canal as a backyard. I fish all the time. I'm a
Oh,
huge
that's
fisher.
nice. Yeah,
And
that's so nice.
Hoochie is having a great time on her catio. She is living life in the lanai, but it's just like I can't podcast anymore, and that's why I'm in Nashville right now and have the wonderful opportunity to speak with Mr. Alex here. But but yeah, that's kind of it. But yeah, I'm literally out in the. I call it okay. We're apparently connected to the Gulf water, but I call it the bayou because the internet issue, and there's fucking gators every now and then in the
Oh
canal.
no.
Like whenever I saw my first gator, I was like, oh yeah, that thing, it's only like 4 or 5 feet long. Takes me out. I know it can take me out, but apparently, thankfully, our canal water is brackish, so saltwater, freshwater mix, and they don't like brackish that much, so they'll go away pretty quickly.
Oh, that's good. That's good because yeah, I've heard about stories of like was it at Disney World? Some like 2-year-old got eaten by an alligator. Or
Oh, don't get
something.
me started. Don't get me started. I went off when this happened. I sounded like a fucking asshole. But so that resort that family stayed at, I stayed at that same resort as a kid years ago, but but like I stayed at that same resort, and there like along the beaches it says caution alligators, no swimming, nothing, blah blah blah. Like there's signs everywhere, and like there's so many pools. Like you like, and whenever I moved here, people were like, "Oh, don't swim in anything that ain't like salt water." And I was like,
Oh
"Okay, good
no.
idea." But so literally, like I understand whenever it's a rarity when alligators attack. Usually it is animals and young kids that do get attacked, but there's signs everywhere,
Yeah.
and like I whenever that happened, I was like, oh yeah, that family's even because it happened on Disney property and that's like a tarnish to the name. I was like, they're gonna get a hefty payout, even though technically the family there were signs, don't go on the beach, don't swim in the beach because it's fresh water, there's alligators in the water. It's a horrible incident regardless. It's a horrible incident, but it's just like there were signs.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's bad parenting. It's the same thing with the Harambe incident when
Mhm.
like that lady was not watching her kid, and then he like got into the gorilla pit, and that gorilla was like, "Oh, is this my kid now?" And then like I mean, like I guess it is your kid because the mom's not taking care of him. Obviously, Harambe.
Oh, oh my gosh, that actually that I had a moment like that, like not maybe about a month and a half ago. I'm driving to my parents' place because like I've during the pandemic, I've been very cautious where I would go to my aerial gym like twice a week and it's a very small studio and everyone would wear masks while working out. And I would see my parents for dinner because I lived by myself and I liked that socialization aspect, right? And like they were very safe too. My dad worked from home. My mom, even though she was a nurse, like, well, she is a nurse still, but we were all being very careful and safe. Like that was my circle for the most part, right? But I was driving down the one like countryish road because a lot of roads in Nashville, it's not like main roads or grids. It's like a lot of like, oh, you have to take this windy ass country road to get to another destination. And I saw this like maybe 2, 3-year-old boy on a bike next to the side of the road on the sidewalk, like next to
What?
yeah, and like he was by himself, and I was like, he's a little too young to be by himself. Like I don't have the best maternal instincts whatsoever, but I was like, I don't think he should be by himself. And then I saw like maybe 50, 60 feet away. Like she was a good, at least a block, like a good distance away. There was this woman on her phone while pushing a stroller thinking he was right next to her still. And so I did slow down. I said, hey, you forgot something. And she turned around, started screaming because her kid was distance away because she wasn't paying attention.
Oh my god.
Like he could have, it was a high traffic road too. I was like, he could have gotten hurt. Like I was like, I'm glad I said something because, most people participate in bystander bias and they're like, oh, like I don't want to be in the wrong if it's not her kid. Well, that's still a kid,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
don't, like just because you don't want to be in the wrong doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. You should say something if you see something, I mean, that's why Kitty
Exactly.
Genevieve's got fucking murdered in the 70s. Like she
Yes.
was fucking hell.
Yeah, that
So,
I didn't think anybody else knew about that. Wow, Kitty Genovese. Yeah, honestly, I read about that in Watchmen, but then I looked it up and it turned out to be true, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like the bystander effect. People just
mhm.
really need to like get involved if something seems wrong.
Absolutely. Like, and don't fucking care if other people think you're like, if they're like, oh, like, no, it's not like because people instinctively are thinking like, oh, I don't want to be told I'm wrong because humans it's like kind of like a human error where we're like we instinctively we don't want to be wrong, we don't want to be in the wrong, we want to be told that we are wrong, but it's just like just fucking do it even if it's for the sake of like, hey, no, that's not the case. Like, okay, I did whatever I had. Like that's why like I'm that asshole that especially I haven't seen as many drunk drivers anywhere else in the world. Like in all the places I've lived, I'm rambling now, the wine's kicking in, but in all the places I've lived, I've seen so many drunk drivers in Nashville. Like it's such a consistent basis. And first of all, don't drink and drive. We have fucking phones. We have Uber. We have Lyft. We have taxi cabs still. Like, call up your friend Bryce that's sober on a Saturday night because he's probably chilling at home, not drinking, and you shouldn't be out because pandemic. I'm sorry, but but like it's just like like just don't drink and drive. But so where was I going with this? Fucking hell.
We were talking about like bad parenting.
But oh yeah, no, I'm that asshole that if I see a drunk driver on the road, I do call in and report their license plates because
That's
fuck
good.
you.
That's good. Honestly, that like probably saves lives. Yeah, this isn't very similar, but when I was in middle school, I heard that this kid in my school said he was going to bring a gun to school because this
Hmm.
girl rejected him. Um, and I told one person, and they told the vice principal that I told them about that. So they call me in. They're like, "Is this true? Like, did this happen?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." Francis said he was gonna bring a gun to school, and they like called him in. He got in trouble, and I guess the vice principal called my mom and said, "Ma'am, your son is a hero."
Shit. Did he wait? So did he actually bring it? I'm so sorry. Like,
I don't think he got to even get to that point of bringing anything to school.
also, how old? Middle school? What the fuck?
Yeah, seventh grade. Seventh grade was weird.
It's already a fucking weird time with the
Yeah,
hormones and the boobs
yeah,
coming in and the random boners, but now it's just like, oh, guns in school, cool. Like,
yeah. Like this kid's
fuck.
like gets rejected, and he's like, "All right, well then I'm gonna bring a gun to school." It's like, what? No, what? Why?
Did
Why?
did his like don't you don't need to go into full details, but did his trajectory of life like did it go kind of the way I'm thinking downhill, or did he like not do stupid shit again?
Um, let me look that up for you right now. I'm actually curious. I'm actually
Because
very
I
curious.
my friend had a very similar circumstance growing up where this really fucking weird kid he was so obsessed with her like he full on stalked her. We were like 13 through 16 this happened. Like he found out where she lived and like so like her room was on the second story and like there was like a patio hanging thing next to her window. He somehow climbed up on top of that and knocked on her window at night, and she
What?
was like, "No, like fucking go, leave. Like what the fuck are you? Like I don't even like you. Like I told you many times." She rejected him multiple times. Yeah, that guy is in prison now for very
Jesus.
bad charges, including minors. Which yeah, it's not okay.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm looking this dude up. He doesn't have a Facebook anymore, so I don't know. That's probably not a good sign.
Well, I mean, hopefully, because I mean, I respect people that don't have social media, but social media is such a basis of most of my like not only podcast platform, but I did 5 years of social media marketing professionally. So I
Oh.
I don't that was yeah, but like oh yeah. So speaking of the kid that brought the gun to school, one of my biggest culture shock moments. So I studied university in Canada, and so I was literally in like business class one day and I looked at the doors and I was like, I nudged the person next to me because he was definitely Canadian. I was like, is there any locks on the doors? And he was like, what? I'm like, I don't think there's locks on the doors. And he was like, yeah, why the fuck would we have locks on the doors? And so ever since then, all of my like faculties and like all of my classes, I would look at the doors. I'm like, there's no fucking locks on the doors. They don't even have a protocol for like school shootings or
Jeez.
lockdowns. Like this is my university was established 4 years after Canada was established as a country,
So that's an
and
American thing is lockdowns and locks and
hmm
preventing gun
and
violence.
yeah, like this school is over 150 years old, and they've never had a school shooting or incident of any sort. Like yeah, incidental deaths, because of overdoses or like suicides and stuff like that, but no shootings.
Wow. That's I mean that's amazing.
Well,
That's
knock on wood,
amazing.
hopefully nothing happens, but
Yeah.
because it's not a perfect world. It's not like no one owns guns up there, but it's just like I it just hasn't happened, and it was so weird. And like I would explain like lockdown. I was like, oh yeah, like I hated lockdowns growing up, and they're like, I literally had a dorm mate say, "Are you okay? What the hell happened in your school?" I'm like, well, we fortunately never had any shootings, and she was like, "You're so casual about that. That's not okay."
Yeah, no, like it's really messed up that we have that reality. I remember I went on my in high school. I went on my first date ever in my life, and I had to leave early. My mom called me, and she was like, "You gotta come home." Like there was just a school shooting in Newtown, and
hmm
I lived in I grew up in Ridgefield, Connecticut. Um, so that's like half an hour away from Sandy Hook, where the shooting was,
Oh shit.
and it really shook up the whole area, and it was just it was really scary realizing like, wow, this could happen. Like this happened literally like half an hour away from where we like live. This could have been our school, and that was alarming. Then
Hmm.
our high school got new security guards, but they weren't very helpful. They would fall asleep in the cafeteria, and people would
Oh,
take
that's
pictures of
very
them.
secure. That's very.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I have something to touch on whenever you're finished with that.
yeah, yeah. I'm done.
Okay. No, so this is I feel so silly where we've tangented from Brittany to all this like chaos and
Yeah.
I know my not my partner, my friend Zach that has helped out on Two Tin Cups several times. He would be going nuts right now, like Kelsey, shut the fuck up. But he's a really sweet guy. He's helped us so much. If he's listening, thank you so much for all your help, Zach. We always appreciate you.
Shout out
But
to Zach.
yeah, Zach. But oh my gosh. Shit. I was talking about Zach and I forget everything all over again. Oh my gosh. Ah, damn it. Go on ahead, Alex. Take the reins. Take the reins.
um. Uh. um. I mean, it was just a reality check. I mean, when these shootings or these terrifying things happen, like it makes you. I mean, it not only makes you appreciate what you have around you, but it also makes you think like, wow, this is like a huge problem in our country that people can just like walk into an elementary school and like kill kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that like definitely that messed with me for a good while.
And it's like it's weird because we kind of accept it as like it's almost like culture within our society where it's like, yeah, this happens, where it's like
Yeah.
it should be way more distraught like of an experience or even concept to endure where someone can, oh yeah, I remember I was going to tangent earlier, where someone can literally go into a school and just fuck shit up that way. But also this one 30-year-old, like 30 something ish, I'm not going to be direct on her age, but so she literally snuck into her daughter's middle school just with a face mask. And like, I am totally, I believe in masks. You should still wear your masks.
Yeah.
The Delta variant of COVID is apparently on the rise in America, especially
Oh
California.
no.
Wear your fucking masks. But
Yeah.
like, she snuck into her school with like a hoodie, leggings, shit, like, you know, like not something where it's like, oh, I'm a child, but like pretty dressed
I think
down
I
with a
saw
face
this.
mask.
Yeah, she
Hmm.
like pretended to be her kid.
And no one even doubted it. No one even
Wow.
questioned it. And she got arrested for doing it because because she said it's this easy to get into my daughter's middle school and they even have security here. And like, I know it was enacted in my school district after I graduated, but they have to wear lanyards now. And I had a little bit of a grim view on those where I'm like, that's just literally like to like, if there was a shooting for them to know who's who, you know?
Yeah, it's like dog
But
tags in the army.
yeah, and so that was my grim. People are like, "Oh no, it's a security thing." I'm like, no, it's kind of like the dog tags.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and that's not okay. That's not an okay thought, you know. Where it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
that's so
disturbing.
common.
It's so disturbing that like that has to be what crosses people's minds when they go to like school.
Hmm. But it's like I feel bad because this woman, she was making a valid point. She was like, "It's this fucking easy." Whether I'm like someone that's an attacker or a pedophile or whatever, like just that, like she could do it that easy and no one even fucking had a batted an eye, and she gets arrested.
Yeah, yeah, that's like they missed the point like of what she did, I guess. Like if they arrested
Hmm.
her, then they're completely missing the point that she was like exposing the vulnerabilities to their system.
Hmm. I don't know, man. I definitely think reform needs to happen in this country, and
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
know that there needs to be more of an outcry and an initiative, and you know it might not happen in our lifetimes, but I hope it leans towards that direction.
Absolutely. And if anything, at least just free Britney. Like that. Like
Fucking free
yeah,
Britney.
that's what I want to see. Like I want to see that by the end of the summer. Like I know that's a lot to
That's a
ask.
little soon.
Yeah, it's a little soon. Or I want to
By the
see
end of
that
the
by
year.
like the end of the year. Yeah, by the end of the year, I
Yeah.
want to see her being able to do whatever it is that she wants to do.
Let her have her rights, let her have
Yeah.
her anatomy, because we don't want this to happen to many more women in the industry, because I feel like women will definitely be more targets towards this conservatorship, this abuse of conservatorship.
Yeah, exactly. Like with I mean like it got bad with Kesha and Dr. Luke.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean now Dr. Luke works with like Doja Cat and Saweetie.
No,
Yeah.
no, wait, no.
Yeah, he's still in it. He's still working.
He, didn't she take him to court and she win, like Kesha? Because, like, and he's still able to be in the industry and
Yeah.
fucking exploit these women.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's fucked.
It's messed up. That's what I'm saying about the music industry being so like so gross. It's just like these terrible people are able to get away with like taking advantage of artists in such a way.
Like, they already take advantage of them by being like, hey, we own you. Like, yeah, we handle a lot of the background work, but your money is our money now.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
again, reform.
Yeah, we need reform in like every possible way. We need some sort of reform. It's we have a lot of work to do as a society.
I just overall hope, Brittany is freed. She gets her leniency, because apparently, like I said earlier, she is saying that she just wants leniency and less regulation. And if that's what she wants, if she, in her pure of heart, if that's what she truly wants right now, then I hope she achieves it, and I hope
Yeah.
this doesn't become the case between multiple female personalities and celebrities. And also, fuck Jamie Spears and Jamie Lynn Spears, those fucking
Yeah.
greedy motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. They fucking suck for like contributing to putting Britney through all of this. It's just really fucked up.
I just wonder or hope, like, Jamie, if, like, what if the shoe was on the other foot? Like, what if she was in her sister's position? Like, would she really be this happy with what she's doing with her sister's life?
Probably not. I mean, probably not. I mean, like there's just so much greed there.
hmm
That it's just those people don't even seem human to me anymore.
Money is a very addictive drug.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like even just when I sell an NFT, I feel like a hit of adrenaline.
I would definitely love to touch on that topic with you later on, like
Yeah.
maybe hopefully with another recording sometime. But
Yeah, let's do that. Absolutely. This has been a lot of fun. I do have to like pee and eat and do all other
do
stuff,
your
but
thing. But if anyone's still listening to, I just want, can I do a quick sponsor, a little bit of shout
yeah,
out from my podcast?
of
Thank you so
course.
much, Mr. Alex. Yeah, so hey, check me out, Kelsey A. Spell the name Kelsey Ayye. That's my personal 210 Cups Pod on Insta. Check us out. Find 210 Cups anywhere you listen to podcasts, and also use Kelsey Ayye for 15% off Adventure. So yeah, check out Adventure, check out our podcast. Alex, you've been a fucking sick host.
You have been awesome. This has been so much fun. Like I haven't done like a podcast with anyone in like a year. So like thank you so much for just being so awesome.
Oh my gosh, the flattery. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we did this.
Yeah, we got to do this again. This is great.
Absolutely. Anytime I leave the bayou.
Absolutely.
Take it home, Alex.
All right, so this has been the podcast. This has been the crossover of Two Tin Cups and the Short News Podcast. You can find me at Alex_Madore on Twitter or Alex Mador on Instagram. You can also find the OCD support group on Clubhouse. I will be there on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 Eastern Time. Anything else you would like to add, Kelsey?
I'm pretty good. I got this
Alright.
wine. I'm gonna have a good rest of my night.
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to go smoke a joint after all this.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So
Hell yeah.
thank you to everybody who's been listening. And we will see you guys very very soon. All right. Bye bye everyone.
Bye.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location. Yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pre-game parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocation.exp.com/SP56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.